Here's a piece where I've contrasted the crisply thrown body with a hand-built, more organic-looking neck. And so I'll show you how I actually make the neck. I'll take the clay, and it depends on what sort of texture I actually want it to be. If I want it to be really cracky and like it's opening up, I'll use some fairly dry clay. If I want it to be more smooth in areas, I'll use softer clay. Sometimes I'll also just sprinkle some dry powdered clay to help create that if I'm not getting enough irregularity. When I do these, I'll probably do 10, 12, and because you never know which one is going to look exactly right for the piece you're putting it on. And try to roll it in a drier area so that I'm starting to get this where I'm going to get the cracks. This will be the exterior. And the thinner it is, the more collapsing you'll get. But part of it is the scale of the piece I'm putting it on. If I'm actually putting it on a larger piece, I'll make the slab a little thicker. So then the other decision I make is which diameter I want it to be, and I make random sizes because I'm not sure which piece should be bigger or smaller at this point. I just want a bunch of possibilities that I can use. And so I will take this, and the first thing I do is gauge where it's going to overlap. So now I have a little impression of that edge. And as I'm looking now that I've cut it, because you can see this edge looks much thinner than the interior edge, so maybe I'll roll it a little more now that I see that it might be better a little bit thinner. Do the same thing. I might make one edge 90 degrees, bring it around, make the impression. There's the line right here. And so I could cut it straight. Sometimes I will give a little bit of wiggly edge to it to add a little more interest to it. Once I'm ready and I have my edge, I will just moisten this a little bit. Sometimes I will, before I fold it over, I'll soften, because this will be the exterior edge right here. So if I want it sharp, I'll leave it, but I'll just soften it a little bit. But I want to make sure that this is moist because this is the connection. And so before I do this, I will take cornstarch, better with a dry hand, and saturate this. I'm sure you've seen this done before, where as a release agent, the cornstarch, then wrap it around. And when I do this, I want to make sure I don't completely roll it so that I eliminate that edge. I want to subdue it a little more than that, but I don't want it completely smeared and flattened out so you can't see it. That's part of what I'm looking for, is that seam. And I've made an effort to give it that shape, so if I roll it too hard, it will just start to meld and blend in. And so once I get that, now trying to keep the top small, I don't want it to get too much out of shape. And I do this to the point where I take a look and see if I've got what I want. And now you can see that I've got this nice folding. There's some cracking. You can see the seams nice there. And loosen it up and then just draw it out. And then I would just set this aside.